Hello, this is Jamie the D, and with me is Captain Foggle, and we're playing the last video of Alpha Prime. Yes!
You're playing.
Well, okay, I'm playing. Or I've played. I don't know, time is weird here. But thank God, we're going to finish Alpha Prime.
I don't know what Alpha Prime is, so I...
Well, to recap,
No, don't recap. Don't recap. Let me figure it out as I go along. Because so far what I'm seeing is Doom 3.
a lot of people compared it to Doom 3. And yes, that is me turning on God mode.
Well, that bodes well.
Yes. The bonus video will basically be me doing certain bits of the latter half without God mode. We've had enough deaths in the early videos to demonstrate that this is not a friendly game.
Arnold Weiss. Colonel Olivier speaking.
Shut the fuck up. Paolo Bellini, Warren Reynolds. They're two damn good reasons, Olivier, why I'm gonna blow your brains out when I see you.
Well. This passion is damned impractical, Arnold. You've better things to do than stand up for those wretches. Bellini was a fool. And Reynolds was a lousy idealist.
Bullshit.
Try and be a little fair. Nothing would have happened to Bellini if he hadn't tried to scarp her. And as far as Reynolds is concerned, he stole a database that belonged to the company. He tried to prevent the legal mining of mineral resources.
As an aside, Foggle, this is the leader of the PMC that's gotten sent in by the company
You can't be surprised that I wanted him tried and punished.
to basically murder all witnesses.
Saw what you did to him.
I didn't know that the troops
Voice
had ripped him
acting.
into shape
I know, it's great, isn't it?
and reprimanded. Sometimes one of
The writing's even better.
information being leaked. I've
The
noticed
writing
that
actually is.
reports. It's a shame when security measures
Oh no,
are like
wait
that.
for it.
Even though, maybe I simply wanted to know if Coral Snake was listening.
Yes, that's right, viewers.
The Coral Snake
The
is
recording
lurking
was meant to be a
around
trap
and
for Coral
manipulating
Snake.
you while he's at it.
Christ, so he's a manipulator. Oh, that's one poisonous snake.
Make your silly little jokes if you want.
Did they just suddenly switch voice actors
We all know what's
mid-recording?
Um, no, that's how he sounds when he's trying to be snarky.
I received instructions to properly secure this object.
What?
And in the interest of the Earth,
I
that's
know.
what we do.
Oh, poor baby.
Pacifists. A soldier must carry out his orders, even if it results in a loss of life. Anyone who has already allowed himself to be bought once doesn't give a shit about humanity. That's obvious to both of us, Weiss. The Coral Snake double-crossed me. I now know that for sure. He wants Glomer's heart for himself.
Oh, really?
So can you just not
Well,
do anything while they're
that's what he
blathering?
wants.
No, you really can't.
It's a good job we have such a
I
vigilant
mean,
guardian of the peace
if
here
I were
who
actually
won't
playing the
tolerate
game,
this
I'd skip
situation.
all this.
Come on, Colonel, spill the beans. As proof of your total sincerity and super honorable intentions, who is the
Like, you
Coral
can't even
Snake?
walk around?
No,
You don't believe a word what I've been saying, Weiss.
Fuck.
I know.
I can see it. If I tell you his name, I'll only be playing into the Coral Snake's hands. You'll tell yourself it's a trick, and you'll trust this person even more. Coral Snake doesn't want to get his fingers burned.
Oh, by the way, Foggle, Glomar's heart is basically the wish granter from Stalker.
So he's been leading you on.
I've never
He's
played
in
Stalker.
no doubt
Um,
that he can
basically
screw
it gives
for
you
it,
what your heart desires.
especially when you
Oh
make
yes,
sure
I heard
I'm out
about
of the way.
that. No, I
If you have an
never-
ounce
Yeah.
of sense, Weiss, leave things alone. Don't let yourself
Like I said,
be
the
used.
writing in this game is,
He's playing you two guys
quality.
off each other and picking up the pieces for himself. You'll be mighty pissed off when you realize he's playing you for a sucker.
also,
Oh wow, finally.
yeah, I know, and you know what? He's right. Actually, no, he's wrong. We're going to carry on with the plot, because this is a hell of a linear game. Now, this level is very short, but yeah, that was a guy with a rocket launcher all the way over there. You can get surprised by that. And, shotgun guys, they can hit you from a surprising distance. In fact, everything can hit you from a surprising distance. And up here, there is an enemy that we're never going to see again. This is the only time we've ever seen it. It's basically a reinforced gun drone, which will murder you in about 12 shots. What do you think of that, Fargle?
It looks like one of those little crawl tanks from Metroid Prime 3.
It basically is. So, this is the final actual level, and it's basically an enemy rush. And because it's God mode, and I've stopped caring by this point, I'm using the pistol. Which, if you can get headshots, is okay. But otherwise, you're better off using the assault rifle. So this is basically, go down, there are waves of enemies. Kill them all.
This game is really unpleasant to look at.
Yes.
With all the harsh lighting and how shiny everything is. Ugh.
Yeah. So, why is this final level hard even though there's not many enemies? Because A, there will be more enemies, and B, as I've mentioned, people can hit you from a very long way away.
So is this one of those games where you're not regenerating health?
Nope.
It's just hit points?
No, just hit points.
So I presume there's a distinct lack of medipacks.
There are some medipacks, but they are a bit widely spaced.
Yeah.
Also, this is because it was meant to be a cover shooter, but the cover implementation is basically, you have lean keys.
Hey Arnold, did you hear anything
Also-
from the great Olivier?
Yes, more talking.
On the stairs?
On the
I was
stairs.
just asking myself if the Snoop hadn't overslept.
Oh, damn.
It's hard to be surprised
Yes!
what Olivier's been trying to do. If he could somehow win me over, he'd sure save a lot of ammo.
If only. Hey bro, ain't you afraid?
What, Glomar?
No. That fucking Olivier is right.
Yeah, maybe. But perhaps Warren was right. Maybe it's really enough to simply wish for something. Olivier is obviously lying, Bruce. When I listened to him, I said to myself the coral snake could be... Livia.
The
Only if it
first
occurred to me-
sensible thing he
Maybe
said,
there's no
and then he
coral
fucks
snake
it
at
up.
all. Olivier deliberately made up this story to turn us
By the way,
against each other.
Fargle, Livia is totally not a traitor.
Together out of spite. Ain't that right, my dear? We work damn fine together. I just found out something I'm mighty pleased about, and I'm letting you in on it too. A landing vessel's coming here.
A new ship?
I like a new one too, bro, but that shit just ain't on the horizon. Screw the fucking heart, man. Let's get some transportation.
Your priorities are all screwed up, Bruce. Whoever has the heart can get a ship, and vice versa.
Yeah. It's always about the heart. The heart. I love to see the look on their face when they find Glomer's ass and not his heart.
And besides screwed up priorities, you still look at the world in a very crude way. Ass is needlessly vulgar. I personally am betting on the duodenum and pancreas.
Okay, that was one of the few genuinely good lines in the game.
No, it wasn't. Also, he mispronounced duodenum.
Yes, he did. But compared to the rest of the game, that really was one of the only good lines in the game, comparatively.
Well, comparatively, I'll give you that. Like, I've seen, 10 minutes of this now.
And,
I'll give it comparatively.
yeah. So, how are you feeling about the game overall?
It's definitely not something I'd be playing.
Right, we don't need the flamethrower. We've never needed the flamethrower. No.
That was a flamethrower.
Yeah. And this is a sniper.
It looked like a welding torch.
It has about the range of a bloody welding torch as well. So, let's trivialize these rocket launcher dudes. Or try to. Because... Oh, thanks.
Does turning no clip on also affect your ammunition?
Immortality is not no clip, but, the immortality cheat does not affect your ammo. There's a separate one for that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you turn no clip on, can you just shoot through the walls?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm afraid hitting the walls is an occupational hazard in this game.
Oh look, Thea's on.
Yeah! That's... well, it's got a different name in this game, but it's basically slow-mo juice. Also AI brain juice. And this room is where you are going to die. That flamethrower can kill you in under 3 seconds. Also notice that he's taking a lot more damage because he was guarding.
I can't see anything.
Well...
like, I can't tell what's going on. It's all just flashes and smoke effects.
yeah, if there were no God mode, you wouldn't have to see much for very long because you'd be dead in approximately 10 seconds max. Those assault rifles, they can definitely hit you from here, and they do about 10 hit points a second.
Oh, God. That lighting of... oh, Jesus.
And the smoke. Let's not forget the smoke.
Yeah, that glow on the fizzle. It's fucking... God damn it.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're almost done with this level, and then it'll be a boss. And then we'll...
oh, yay, that's gonna go well in this game.
we'll talk more about that when I get to it, but suffice to say, it's actually easier than the vast majority of this game.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. It's only one enemy, so it can't gank you from all sides.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, other games would have interesting things over there. No. No, there is very little that's interesting down any of the side paths. And, yeah. Look at that. Basically, you have to run past these guys taking damage, because you really can't hit them.
A competent game would have made it so that you could fire the flamethrower through the gaps in the stairs.
It doesn't have the range.
A competent game.
Well, yes. But this is the bad games thread. There are no competent games here. With God mode, by the way, we're getting through this about 7 times faster than you would normally. Normally, there would be more hiding.
Listen, game, no matter how much you try with the flashing lightning effects, you're not going to be the final scene from Alien. Stop it.
Also, see this jump? We're apparently meant to make this jump, but sod that. We've got God...
Wait, what?
Yeah, you were meant to make that jump.
What?
You actually can't. You're going to take damage no matter what.
Are you wearing rocket boots?
No. If I'd fallen... If you don't make that jump, you take about 40 damage. And, by the way, you won't make that jump.
Yeah, but I'm like wondering how they could have expected you to make that jump in the first place unless you had, like... unless you were, like... Batman!
I don't know. I honestly don't. I also honestly don't know how they expect you to survive 2 flamethrowers coming up behind you.
I want to know who in the fuck thought flamethrowers were a good idea for an anti-personnel weapon in space against people in advanced body armor.
Well, they're, no, we're not even going to justify it. It was a bloody stupid idea. But they still kill you quite quickly.
Flamethrowers are for exterminating vermin. They are not anti-personnel weapons. Especially not close quarters anti-personnel weapons.
Lots more lovely lighting effects and more talking.
I don't think you understand me, Arnold Weiss. So let's go over it once again to make sure it's crystal clear, asshole. If you muddle things up for me, I'll kill you.
Likewise. And I hope
Like, I mean, if you
nice
try
day
to
as
use a
well.
flamethrower at that range, the spread of the fire around your target is just going to splash back and hit you as well.
Yeah.
You're going to take as much damage as the target.
You won't hide from the company, even if you shoot your way out of here and get away from Alpha, not even on Transiron. They may send assassins, or they may send lawyers, but they'll get you either way.
I don't know which I'm more scared of, the assassins or the lawyers. Or the idea that there might have been a sequel to this game.
Good word for you.
I have a better idea. I'll take the heart and personally give it to the authorized lawyers and
I
assassins.
think at this
okay?
point the scariest thing is
And
my
I'll put in a
yelling
good
about
word for you.
flamethrowers.
You shithead.
Oh well, at least we'll finally get to see Colonel Dat-Ass Olivier again. Also, physics objects in the way just because. There's no actual good reason for it.
I'm actually genuinely surprised that game has functioning physics object.
Did I say functioning?
You were able to lift it out of the way.
Well, yeah, but a lot of games can manage that.
Yeah, but it's surprising for this.
Oh yeah, definitely. So here we are, the final boss cutscene
That's a good girl.
with so much bloom.
And now I'll take you. Nice and slow. Slowly. Easy does it.
You're mining glowing rocks, not fucking it.
Don't move, Olivia. I've got my fingers on the trigger.
Funny, I thought the same thing when recording it.
You're a dead man.
Actually, he's pulling out with his bare hands, the alien wish granter thingamabob.
So am I right in
Well, I figured
understanding
that
this?
much out.
Everything up above has been completely wiped out?
Completely wiped out, yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. The upshot of it is pretty nasty for you. No one's coming to help you, Olivier. And now, 2 steps. Backwards, motherfucker.
Sure. Just a moment. I would just like to thank you first of all for handling those morons so nicely. You see, it's sad, but one of those fucking bastards was spying on me. I've been promised another stripe and a nice wad of money if I give them this baby in one piece.
Like, I don't even have anything to say at this point. Just fucking look at it. Or don't, because it'll sear your eyes out.
Well, I have something to say. Oh look! Olivier was out for himself all along. What a shock.
Yeah, there's no point in playing for time.
Most importantly, there's no point in making threats, Weiss. This heart is a better hostage than an entire kindergarten.
LP Forum, I really, really hope that you all have those little glare reduction things on your monitors right now.
If you want to do a good deed and
Because
honor the memory of the
goddamn!
dearly departed, you should try to make damn sure
I don't know
the
which is
company
more
doesn't
blinding,
let
the
harm
bloom or Olivier's ass.
We have the same objectives.
Of course,
That man does not have an ass.
Oh yes, he does.
Olivier.
It's a shame we won't be able to see it, but
As soon as
trust
someone
me.
picks it up, Glomar will enslave him. Reynolds warned me about that beforehand.
Bullshit.
Fuck is that
Reynolds
face?
knew fuck all about what would happen. You'd never find that out.
Which one, Arnold's or Olivier's?
Give it a
Oh,
try.
both.
Olivier,
Well, early Unreal 3 modeling.
you'll be like a rookie.
It's not actually using the Unreal 3 engine, but
Glomar will
you'd be excused for thinking that because of all the bloom.
That heart will fry your brain. You'll be transformed into
Bullshit. It'll be mine. All mine.
Olivier.
And mine.
So welcome to our boss fight. It's kind of hard to see until he walks out of the bloom, but we're basically fighting a Strog.
What now?
One of the enemies from Quake 2.
I've never played Quake.
He has a rocket launcher and a shockwave attack. That's literally it. Even without God mode, the rocket launcher is so slow that it's pretty easy to avoid. And those 3 buttons that I pressed, they were the element of finally killing this boss. That's the only puzzle involved. All the rest is just avoiding missiles and shooting the hell out of him. If you don't, he regenerates. But since I got God mode...
Good job on turning yourself into a tar gorilla.
Yeah! That's mostly due to the lighting engine. The skin is actually grey, but the lighting's very bad.
No fucking shit. Like, that's the muzzle flash and that, it's legitimately hard for me to look at.
And, of course, the phase-on glow, which... There we go! That's the end of the boss fight. Hit buttons, shoot from a long way away, push final buttons so he doesn't regenerate.
Still doesn't have an ass, it's just thigh all the way up.
Well, that's the monster form.
That's what I'd call a poor assessment of the situation.
Zing.
The embarrassing
Wait
thing is that I myself now have the same problem. So Yorick, I'd like to ask for some advice.
Okay, points for the Yorick joke.
Take or not to take?
I'll give them points for that.
Who the fuck is Yorick? But if you ask me, I wouldn't take it. You took care of him really well, man. Now let's get this shit back into the rock and get out of here.
You're still making nice plans for me, Bruce. I was almost afraid that I wouldn't have any more work to do. Yeah, we'll take control of their ship. And then let's go somewhere together and get wasted.
You betcha. And this'll be a piece of cake. They were in such a hurry to go after you, bro, so you could bump them off, that they left the capsule completely unattended. Not a living soul anywhere.
They didn't post any guards.
They're total lamers. Stupid, incompetent grunts. I have it under control. Hey, wait a minute. I'll just have another quick look at the coordinate.
Bruce?
Yeah, no guards.
You did it.
Also, Livia out of nowhere.
I believed in you the whole time. You're the best of them all.
Livia. You know, I kept asking myself who came in that ship. But otherwise, you're right. That's for sure. I'm not. All I have to do now is take Loma's heart, and I can become ruler of the world at the drop of a hat.
I always loved your sense of humor.
This guy, he looks like
After all, you don't
like a
know
really
much.
weird version of what the fuck was his name. He was in Apollo 13.
About it.
Not Tom Hanks, the other one.
I know the one you mean.
Warren warned you, right? That's
Bill
why you
something.
let Olivier help himself.
Paxton, that's it.
Warren figured out that the heart
I
would
think-
do terrible things to a man.
No.
It looks like somebody like made a really bad plasticine sculpt of him.
Yeah.
But that's precisely why.
So
would destroy him. That's the great weakness of all megalomaniac plans.
this, I'm gonna warn you, Fargle, is gonna turn into the most retarded scene in the entire game.
Arranges things precisely according to what someone expects from it. That's all. There's nothing else to it.
And now he is Space Jesus. What did he wish for?
You should realize that I've just saved you from a really nasty situation, Livia. If you'd taken the heart without thinking beforehand, some foolish wish would certainly have crossed your mind.
And what did you wish for?
You don't know, sweetheart. You don't feel it. There were days when you knew exactly what
Oh,
I
joy.
wanted.
Him really,
Lays it on heavily.
For this.
they really went there.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, a good pair.
It's not.
But the poison of a coral snake is better, my dear.
Oh, thank fuck!
Yep.
I thought that was going somewhere really nasty.
It's a pity you never gave a damn about what I
Well, funnily enough, so does Livia, who, as we can see, is still totally not a traitor. Or a corporate spy.
Bravo, woman! I'd do that too if I found out that's what he wished for.
Unfortunately, there's one cutscene left.
Oh God! Fuck!
Traces of the body are in the upper limits but within the norm. For a man who is exposed to the radiation of a body line, it's completely natural.
I'm not interested in that. There's a piece of a body in his body, and I want to get it out.
You didn't really think that he'd wish for getting in on with Livia, did you?
But as far as I know, company members...
He's a cynical, drunken old git.
I couldn't tell! Sci-fi writing nerds get really weird about a lot of things.
Yeah, this is true. But, Alpha Prime is almost over, but there's one last time the game is going to troll us.
You're dead. Dead. No.
Look, I really would not have put it past this game to go into alien date rape.
Oh no. No, it's much better. And I'm putting better in quote marks.
For a while there, I really thought that you wanted me. Just me. Can you believe that? But you're such an old, cynical bastard. You probably wouldn't mind if things worked out, eh? But you've got too many tricks up your sleeve to waste your magic wish fooling around with me. Well, it didn't work out for you anyway, honey. I'll get that heart, even if I have to cut you up into tiny little pieces. Dr. Morrison, I turned off the cryobox. Come for the body. We shall start immediately.
Now, it's hard to tell here, but he's glowing with Herbadium, and he's a vengeance zombie. That was the ending. And that was his wish. And I think that ending might have killed Fargle.
Oh no, I'm just sitting here in relief that that was the ending and not phase on date rape.
Yeah, so...
Like, I genuinely thought it was going to go to phase on date rape. And that's,
So, that was Alpha... Yeah.
So I'm just relieved.
That was Alpha Prime. A terrible game with terrible hit modeling, terrible damage, terrible cover mechanics, a terrible script, and, I really like to think that this whole thing was a troll by the developers.
Oh no, it's got too much effort put into it.
But here are the cast: Daniel Brown, Amy Huck, Jeff Smith, Ryan James, DJ Nee, and Davide Dominici. Only one of those had another acting role. And that was Davide Dominici, who played one of the guys in one of the Hostel films.
He was actually in a recognizable movie.
Just.
That's better than I expected.
Yeah. So, next time, I shall be doing the bonus video, where I show you exactly how punishing the game is. In the meantime...
Yeah, because I really want to be back for more of this.
You really don't, do you?
No.
So, this has been Jamie the D.
Aye.
And Captain Fargle. Take care.